Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, or if it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications for the earliest and most accurate update information. Today, Galasalt trolls the comments. I am gonna get maybe saltier than you've seen, gotta admit. Now, we'll start out with some serious comments, we'll move on to some kind of funny comments, some comments where I get trolled, and then I unleash the beast. I go full troll on some of these guys, and I'll let the comments speak for themselves. Now, today is episode 10 of Revenge to Legend League, right? We are doing it. Only defense, only revenge, all the way to 5,000 trophies or bust. And you guys know from a previous episode, I'm serious about this. We are going to get it done, even though it has been probably the biggest time sink in Clash of Clans for me since before the days of Operation Blue Skies. I gotta be on all the time, you guys. I gotta constantly be popping on to check the defense, maybe removing the guard and the shield, refilling that CC with some defensive troops, but of course, constantly spamming the revenge button throughout the day. I mean, literally tens of times a day. I'm running through the log and I'm clicking on revenge, trying to pick up the lucky revenge here in Titan League. So here we're going to watch one, a Queen Charge Hybrid, of course, and that's going to give us an opportunity to start talking about these comments. And first things first, I just wanted to thank all of you guys who were asking about how to support the channel even if you can't spend money, right? Many people know about using code Galadon, and I appreciate that. But many players never spend any money on the game, and those players, well, I just need to let you guys know. Just by watching my videos, just by hitting the like button, maybe subscribing, maybe leaving a comment, maybe stopping by a live stream, all of those things do help support. And if you don't realize that, you guys need to understand that in a positive way, every single day, those of you that are watching content creators' videos and live streams, you are helping out. You are changing our lives for the better, and we owe you a debt of gratitude for that. I try to pay that back by giving as many gold passes back every month as I can. And of course, those gold passes and gift cards and giveaways can go out to anybody. You do not have to be using code Galadon in order to be eligible. I just wanted to let you guys know that. It's on the honor system, but I do appreciate you guys that do. Next question, referring to the future of Clash of Clans, Carpe Diem wanted to know if there may be someday a Town Hall 31 and 6 or 8 heroes. And you know what's funny? I actually did speak with Darian about this in a past interview, and he said, and I'll paraphrase, at some point, the design team is no longer likely to be adding Town Halls. Of course, he's also said in previous interviews that Town Hall 14 and 15 are on the roadmap, so I think we have at least a couple more Town Halls until they look to expand the game in a different way than just straight up. Now, Austin is reporting a problem that I occasionally have on my iPad Pro when the game won't load. I found that it's always one of two solutions: restart the device or try downloading the optional update if there is one in the App Store. That is always taking care of that problem for me. Norman, your answers are 2 hours per account, 10 times, and 20 times a day. All right, good enough. Let's move on. Jayesh. Okay, this was unique. Jayesh wants more ads. Like the video if you want more ads. Or like it if you want less ads. Wait. Okay. Sergeant Tomato says he's completely captivated with basically whatever I talk about. And a few of you have mentioned this in the past, which actually leads me to a YouTube channel idea I have had brewing for a while. And that is where I take the most boring things like manuals and school books and instructions, and I read them in a dramatic fashion. But I need your help to name that channel. So help me out with that if you could. Next up, Akosh says, and this is good news, this video is trending in India in the gaming category. I have no idea why, you guys. Very cool though, and I thank you so much for watching. Damien had a question I don't think I've ever been asked before, and that was what, in my opinion, was my favorite series on my YouTube channel so far. And while many would think I'm immediately going to say No Cash Clash, which is awesome, you might be surprised. Remember the quest to 5,000? Back in the day, that was so much fun, and I think that it's one of my favorites because it was the first series that really blew up, and also, it was a series that was started as a joke. I never thought that I would get to 5,000 trophies. Then the rules changed back then, they set up Legend League, and I actually got there. So yes, I wasn't the first, but it was a series that I was actually able to complete. Next up, a question, or a comment rather, about the subtitles. Marco says he can't believe the subtitles managed to go at this guy's speed at the end of the video because I talk kind of fast at the end of the videos, and somehow these subtitles catch it, probably because I enunciate like your parents said you should. But speaking of subtitles, Many people didn't know, but I have community contributed subtitles turned on. So it means if you happen to be bilingual and are willing to spend the time to go down there and type in your translations into your language for my videos, it will be added to the video, and I would genuinely appreciate that. That'd be very awesome if anybody gets a chance to do that. Now, this is a serious question from Ahmed, and I've covered it in the past, but I don't think it's been covered in a long time. It's also kind of a controversial and forgotten answer about why Supercell, the Clash team, doesn't allow players to use the heroes while they're upgrading in wars. And the answer, one of the most straightforward answers I've ever gotten from the design team, and that was, they said, hey, we've noticed that players play the game a lot more when their heroes are just about to go down and when their heroes have just finished upgrading. And more playing time is better for the game, for the long term, keeps the game healthier and more full of active players. So, you know, I guess we will probably never have that. I know it's something people have been asking for years. The Kevin says, it would be a better idea to use wall rings on the builder base since you have no problem upgrading walls in the home village anyway. This is a great point, Kevin. Absolutely correct. I believe on my free-to-play account, we will save the wall rings and actually use them over on the builder base, because especially at higher levels, those walls are extremely tedious to farm and it literally takes weeks to upgrade them. Now, sometimes I get comments, the same comment from several people. This one, a prediction for the scatter shot on the Town Hall 14. Could it happen? You know, it's possible. It's not something I've thought about. I was actually going for the Giga Artillery, but, you know, we'll see. Now, also, onto the Zap Spell versus Lightning controversy. I wanted to say a big shout out and thank you to my good friends Carbon Finn and Judo Sloth. They have seen the light, and in the sake of accurate broadcasting, they have both agreed and actually done their best to call the lightning spell by its truly proper name. Now, somebody else asked, what if Supercell actually just renames the lightning spell to Zap? Yeah, I guess that would be a bit of a troll on me, but you know what? If that happens, then I am totally fine with it, but it needs to be an official in-game change in order for me to change what I am calling that spell. All right, let's move on to some interesting comments. Priyansh here, man, he left me a ton of comments, and they seem to start to go downhill because he started mentioning how I am hearting all these comments, and I was never hearting his. So we not only hearted his comments, like all of them, but I also put him in a video, so let's go. Teen Gamer says, I love your content. Hey, I love your comment, and I really do appreciate even the simplest and short, kind comments are appreciated down there, and I do my best to read as many as I can. All right, moving on to the troll segment of the video. Let's talk about, first of all, this guy who left not one, but 2 comments on 2 different Town Hall 10 strategy videos asking for me to release a strategy video on Town Hall 10. Okay, next up, we've got some responses to the recent Legend League or I'll Quit My Job video. I thought this was a great one right here, and pretty much I don't have to comment on this, although I did somehow cut off the end of that comment. Blame it on the editor. Next up, Incase calling me out, but I have to make 2 points about this one. First of all, A, it worked because he's here, he watched the video, right? And 2, it's not because I will quit if I don't get to Legend League. I'm serious. We're laying down the law. I'm drawing the line in the sand. I'm drawing the line in the paint. I'm painting the line. It's permanent, whatever. I'm serious. Next up, YH, and you know, this one, I got you on this one, YH. He wants me to move the plug of use code Galadon to the end of the videos. And I see your ulterior motive, but also, man, you're missing out on some of the best parts of my videos if you don't watch all the way to the end. Also, I've got some really good news. Yes, I found a recipient for my YouTube channel. Should I fail to get to Legend League on this account, I no longer have to look for where it needs to go. This guy is going to take over and make it better than ever before. All right, also, if you guys want me to reply to your comments, I gotta say, it's easy when it can be a short reply. I do love to give people exactly what they want down there in the comments, so Titan, you're welcome. Speaking of trolling in the comments, I didn't actually reply to this guy, but the moment I read this, I went ahead and deleted it. I'm pretty sure it was the first ever instance of somebody saying first and actually being first in the video. Now, the rest of these comments, they really need no commentary, so if you want to take a moment and go ahead and read some of these, you are welcome to. But also, please remember that all of my replies are meant in fun. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I never want to ridicule anybody. It's just, you know, every now and then, it's entertaining for me to go down there and backsass you guys, because so many of you do it to me, right? So yes, if you want to go down there and read the comments, you want to go down there and leave your own comments. Some days I will admit that I'm better at replying or liking or deleting than others. It really depends upon what is happening that day or if I'm in town. I am trying to get out of town a couple of days each month. Near the end of every month, Galawife and I try to get out of town somewhere where we can isolate away from other people, like in a cabin in the mountains or something like that. Those days I will not be reading the comments, but the rest of the time I try to get down there pretty much every morning for at least a few minutes and check out what people have to say. And again, you guys crack me up, okay? Again, I don't take anything personally. You guys are welcome to say whatever you want to say. I feel like it's part of the job. It's part of being a content creator. If you're thin-skinned, let me tell you, you're not going to last long in this industry because, you know, remember, all of these comments are simply people's opinions. And like I always say, you remember, right? Opinions are like butts. Everybody has one and they all stink, including mine. Sorry. So yes, I am having a good time making this series, having a good time reading the comments and putting them in videos as I can. But if you guys want to ask serious questions, I will do Q&As as frequently as possible as we continue to try to get to Legend League. And if it doesn't work out, if I don't get to, once I get to Legend League, then we will have some different sort of series where I continue the Q&As. I'm just not sure what that will be. This has been the perfect series for it because just for the ease of attacking, I'm using the same attack every single time. It's certainly a strategy that's been covered more than enough in my videos. I'm sure if you guys want to see a breakdown, it is out there. It has been a lot of fun though, and it's just cool to do something a little bit different. I'm also always looking for new episode and series ideas from you, the viewers. In the meantime, as we wrap up today's episode, this is the 10th episode of Revenge to Legend. You'll notice that we almost cracked 4,500 trophies with this 24 trophy revenge. So surprisingly, things are going really, really well. We're continuing to 3-star about 90% of our attacks, and we're continuing to find revenges. Although, like I mentioned, it is a lot of time invested into this series for very little reward. I mean, we're talking about clicking the revenge button for hours a day to pick up 1-2 attacks a day. So it's been, you know, it really is reminiscent of the old days of the clouds in Legend League before Supercell changed the way it works. But if you guys enjoy the series, then gently depress that like button and we will continue to make it happen. Or, to be honest, I'll keep doing it either way. But I would really appreciate a like. And hey, you're the true Galafam. You made it all the way to the end of the episode. Now, make sure you watch the ad at the end so I get a little bit more revenue. I love, think about, appreciate every single one of you every single day. So stay inside, wash your hands, be kind to other people, animals, if you go outside, socially distance, wear a mask, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full text. I bet the subtitles didn't get it that time, did they? Galadon, the subtitles will never work for you because you've got such a strange accent.